Hello, it's Anthony with Land Title again, bringing you an update here for the city of Niwot for April. And there's all kinds of fun things going on in Niwot. This is a very small niche market. And as you can see down here at the bottom, we've been in the single digit numbers for actives and under contracts and solds for a number of months now because people love it there, right? And it's really difficult to get inventory to come on the market. The one thing that we're really learning with these low inventory levels is it's really keeping the number of sales that can take place down. It's also creating these amazing numbers like 1.4 million average sales price. And that number has been bouncing around all over the place. You have times where it's 400,000 because this market is so dynamic. So depending on whether it's, in the little cute little city of Niwot, or if it's the new, bigger, fancier houses around the outskirts and what's selling in a month, those things all really affect that. So when you start to see numbers like, 400% increase in under contracts, the percentage changes don't mean quite as much when we're talking about a small market, but it is doing incredibly well with an average sales price of 1.4 million, which is up about 20%, which is probably pretty realistic for the appreciation you might have received in Niwot for the year. You look at average sales prices and we're talking 200,000, some places that might have gone up in equity. Even if that's a higher than what you probably think that the home is worth, you can really see that those average sales prices bounce around all over the place just because there's so many dynamic differences in the homes out there. But it is a wonderful market and it's highly, highly competitive. We're really at the mercy of how many listings are coming on the market in any given month for sales, because a slide like this really shows you normally we see a seasonal curve from January up to the peak in May or June, and then it kind of settles back down in December. If you look at Boulder County as a whole, that's generally what we see. In a market like Niwot, where there aren't as many homes for sale, and we're usually in the single digits, sometimes double digits, if homes come on the market, they generally sell. So there's not a lot of inventory left, and this is kind of a good indication that we're still in a very healthy, very strong market in the city of Niwot because they turn over so quickly. We look at the supply line for inventory. You can really see here that we're at 0.7 right now. We were much, much lower last month. And a couple of years ago, we were pushing a balanced market, right? We had 4 to 5 months of inventory. Same thing in 2020, which that could have been for any number of reasons last year. So I hate to put too much emphasis in that one, but looking at more of a normal market, we see that rise all the way through that July period or so, June, July, and then it tapers off for the rest of the year. So we are nearing the peak for the amount of inventory you should probably see in the Niwot market here in the next couple of months. So get your listings on and get them on early. And if you're a buyer, just stick with it and keep working through it, because this market is a highly, highly desirable market. And I have a feeling it's going to be in this really, really low inventory range for probably the next year or two. If you look at days on market, these are going to bounce all over the place, partially because of that price point of those homes selling, right? Bigger homes, larger loan amounts usually take longer to close. So you're seeing some of these sit at those, 50 to 120 days on market. Also, don't wait too much into this when you're selling a $2 million house. They sometimes can take a lot longer to sell, or 1.5 million, than those homes that are right there that would make amazing little walkable places at 400,000 or 500,000. So these numbers are going to bounce all over as well, just because there just aren't enough data points to give us a really good trend and average. If you have any other questions on the Niwot market, I'm always happy to help. This is Anthony from Land Title, or if you want to reach out about other areas, I'm always happy to be here. See you in the next video.